In this demonstration, we're going to add a managed disk to an existing Azure virtual machine. So let's jump straight over to the Azure portal. In the Azure portal, we select our virtual machine, in this case SLVM02, which is our existing Windows machine we created earlier. Once inside, select Disks under the Settings category. And here you'll see on the right-hand side, we just have an OS disk right now. It's 128 gig. It's using premium LRS storage, no encryption enabled, and its host caching is set to read-write, which is the default for all OS disks. Now we want to go ahead and add our data disk. So click Add Data Disk. And on the bottom here, you'll see your LUN0 and the name of the disk. Select Name, and choose here. You can choose an existing disk, or we can choose to create a new disk. In our case, we want to create a new one. So here we go, Create Managed Disk comes up, and we'll give the disk a name, SLVM02 Disk 2, in my example here. We're going to use our existing resource group. We want to keep all the resources with that VM together. If we want to delete everything, we can just delete the resource group and everything contained in there will be deleted. Our account type, again, we can choose premium or standard for our disk type. We're going to stick to SSD drives here. Source type if we wanted to. If we expand this out, this allows us to create a disk off a snapshot or a storage blob. But in our case, we're creating an empty disk, and then we choose our size. As you saw with the premium disk sizes in the PowerPoint presentation earlier, the size affects the IOPS and throughput below. What's great is Microsoft puts this directly on screen for you. So if we drop this down to a 256 gig disk, we'll see the IOPS and throughput drop. If we go up to, say, 2000 in size, we'll see it increase again. So you can still choose the disk size, and it's going to select the underlying premium type disk that's appropriate for your disk size. Go ahead and click Create, and in a little while your managed disk will be successfully created. We'll fast forward ahead here. Now that disk has shown up, I've gone ahead and clicked Save at this point, and it's now updating the VM configuration with the disk. So first we created the disk, now we had to save the settings here so it's associated with the virtual machine. And as you can see, it's successfully updated virtual machine disks. So now if we log into the virtual machine, we've got an RDP session already open. Scroll in here, in fact, yep, we can see it's already come up there, 2000 gig. Now if we right click, create a new simple volume, this will guide us through the Windows wizard just like you normally would add a disk. Comes up with the size, we can choose to allocate all that size or not. Go in here and choose the drive letter, in this case we're going to have the F drive. Click Next, 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 hit Finish. And Microsoft is now formatting that disk, and it'll be available for us to consume in Windows once that's completed. And with that, that's the end of this demonstration.